stories that we probably shouldn't tell out in public. That is what we're bringing you today with this next item. This is Brian's fabulous 36-count New Orleans-style beignets. Now, the downside of a traditional pâte à choux beignet is that they're very heavy. They are laden with a lot of ingredients that really can weigh you down. This is the experience of lighter. This is the experience of no egg, no dairy. They arrive ambient temperature, so there's no dry ice. And it's Brian's fabulous 36 count of the New Orleans style beignets. Now, we love Brian and his company because they bring us the fried bread, and we go crazy for it here at QVC. It's sold out many times. These have sold out in the past. They are in stock today, and they're 82 cents a piece. You're getting a 36 count, and Brian Bunting is joining us live via Skype. He is second-generation owner of Brian's Fabulous Beignet. And I do believe, Brian, you were calling them something very specific earlier. What was that?
Earlier, what was I calling them?
Beignet!
They're beignets!
I love it.
I love something that ends in yay.
Me too. It's Saturday, and we're going to talk about beignets.
I like that. I like that.
Now, Brian, can you tell us the story of how this came to be?
The long or the short? Well, I'll try and make it as short as I can. So back in the 80s, I was working down in Baton Rouge, and some of my friends said, hey, let's go to New Orleans for the day. We went to New Orleans, and we're walking through the French Quarter, and there was this little bakery, and it had a little glass front, and the guy was making beignets. And I'd never had beignets before, so we had some. We sat down. It was a whole experience, sitting on the side street, coffee, beignets, and those beignets were so light and fluffy and delicious, and I never forgot that taste. Well, flash forward to about 5 years ago, I'm down in New Orleans at a trade show, and I'm going to have some beignets. I haven't had beignets since the 80s. So I go to a popular establishment down there, and I tried the beignets, and they were not what I remembered. They weren't soft. They were a little bit chewy, but I wanted that fluffy, like doesn't weigh in your stomach. Just, as you're eating it, it just puts you in a place where it's like, I wish I could be here all the time.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. So I came back to New England, and I told my people in my company, I said, we're going to start making beignets. And they looked at me like, I had three heads, like, Brian, we're in New England. Nobody's going to want to buy beignets. But I was like, no, I'm going to make beignets the way I remembered back in the 80s. Light, fluffy, something that just gives people a positive experience every time they have it. Something that when you bring it out into a group or have it with your friends over, they go, wow, where did you get that?
All right, Brian, we've got to see one. So can you show us, because I know yours have no preservatives, no egg, no dairy. And I mean, my mouth is already watering, which is ridiculous. But
I put a little chocolate frosting on mine.
Nice. Thank you. Well, it's Beignet Day, and that's why if you see on the bottom of the screen, I actually said to my director before the show, how many times can I say beignet in one presentation? So we have a beignet count going on the bottom of the screen. But what makes yours different? So let's start pulling apart. I want to see the inside of a few of these.
Okay. Well.
Oh,
see how light and fluffy that is?
Yum.
I don't.
Yeah.
But they're so airy and light, and it's just they literally melt in your mouth. And actually, last week for the first time, instead of having powdered sugar, I brushed it with just a little bit of butter and I rolled it in cinnamon sugar.
Oh.
And I don't know what I've been doing my whole life because they were absolutely mouth-watering. So now I'm a cinnamon sugar addict instead of a powdered sugar. I'm sorry, shoot me.
Yum. But you know what? I mean, you could cover them with a little chocolate, maybe put them with a little bit of honey drizzled over the top. I mean, we're looking at a video where you can see from a previous presentation, they look so beautiful and light and airy. Now, Brian, you were telling me that they can last in your refrigerator up to 5 days, but if you wanted to get them home and freeze them, they could last for up to 9 months.
Up to 9 months, absolutely.
Wow.
This product is very forgiving. It has such a high moisture content that you can take it out of the freezer, say after even a month, let them thaw out a little bit. As long as they're not thawed out for like more than a day, you can actually throw them back in the freezer, take them out 6 months later, they're still going to taste delicious. They are a very, very forgiving product, which also transcends into, as you're cooking this product, It's very hard to screw it up. Even if you look like it was brown too much, and like, oh, I burnt them. Break it open because it's going to be soft and chewy in the middle. You're going to love it. It's going to taste absolutely delicious.
Wait a minute, I just got some ideas. Just based off of the tray of the pink and chocolate beignets that I see next to you, could you hold that up I want to see those, because I would get a piping bag and I would actually put it in one of the beignets and maybe pipe some jam into it. Would that be bad news, or is that still beignet?
Oh no, it's all beignet. this you could put almost anything on top of this product, and we've done crazy things. I did a crazy thing 2 weeks ago. I actually took a frozen one out of the refrigerator. I cut it in half. I waited for it to thaw just a little bit, and I made French toast out of them.
Oh, I love that.
I had a French toast beignet.
Oh,
I don't know, shoot me, but it was really, really good. A little pure maple syrup. Yum, yum, yum.
I mean, they're 82 cents a piece at the price that's on your screen. Now, they're 5 easy payments. Everything in QVC today, on air and online, is on 5 easy payments. You can get all 36 home for 82 cents a piece. You don't have to go to New Orleans, and you can, and I recommend that you do, but this is an experience that is unique to Brian's Fabulous, because this is all about what's in there, but it's also about what's not in there. There's no preservatives, there's no egg, and there's no dairy. And you were saying calorie count wise, Brian, this is actually a smart choice for after dinner or whenever you're craving something a little sweet, right?
Absolutely. Only 90 calories a piece. Dust it with a little pot of sugar, you're looking at 100 calories.
Wow.
So instead of having that, dessert afterwards with like, oh my God, I just put on like 5,000 calories. No, 90 calories, 100 calories, with a little cup of coffee. It's like the icing on top of the cake. I should say the cherry.
Yeah, that's not bad either. What I have to know, the beignets that are to your side, it looks like some have chocolate, but then there's something that's pink. What is the pink?
That's actually a strawberry frosting.
Oh, come on.
I know. So good.
And that's what we love, right? That's what we love about food tradition here in the U.S. This came from an idea in Brian's family. He's been in the industry for many years, and now we're able to offer it to you through QVC. These have sold out in the past. We now have a few more. They are 82 cents a piece, so get them while we have them. And those 5 easy payments make it super easy to pick up more than one today, too. Brian, it's always a pleasure to see you, and a happy beignet Saturday to you, my friend.
Beignet! Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye for now. I love it. We did 18 beignets. We did a great job. Thank you, my friend. Talk to you soon. I love the beignet count. You guys are awesome. Let's talk about a little coffee now that we are going to